Hey, Coach John here, and what I'm going to share with you in this part of Module 1 is your mindset and how you will be reaching your goals. So, in order to be successful, we need to define our goals, manage our thoughts, and create energy to actually give them life. Because how often have you found yourself thinking, oh, I want to achieve this goal, or I'm going to start writing this out, or I'm going to create this habit, and not really following through? Or maybe you just thought about your goals a lot, and it was top of mind, but it never happened. Okay, there's a few reasons why, and we're going to talk about that. So what's your focus in life right now? This is really where it all starts. We're going to talk strategy. I'm going to show you how to do a lot of incredible things with yourself, with finances, with relationships. But you need to start with your focus and where you're going right now in life. As focus goes where energy flows. So when is the last time you were clear on what you want? We get excited about the idea of things, maybe about a new job or about a business idea or about, trying a new hobby, but realistically, is it clearly what we want on a very, deep level, or is it that kind of ego-driven instant gratification excitement, right? Because far too often we distract ourselves with things that we don't really want and aren't willing to commit to, but sound kind of sexy on the surface. You know what I mean? What's your motivation? Why do you do what you do? Why do you want to do what you want to do? That's the real reason why you will be successful or not. Why do you want to get there? What about starting a business is going to change your life? What about starting a new career is going to help you feel like you're fulfilling living more of a fulfilled life? There's a lot of different ways to look at it. So let's talk about my success strategy when it comes to goals. So they must be positive. Oh, whoops, that's a little out of order. Most goal setting things do not work, as I said, right? We've all done the things where we write out our SMART goals and stuff like that, but it doesn't work, and there's reasons why. Because your goals must be positive first and foremost. You never want to say, I don't want, or I'm enjoying not doing something, or it's so great how I don't. Goals must be a positive thing. The brain responds far better subconsciously to positive, affirmative things, action statements. It must be present. I am enjoying the process of my 50-pound weight loss journey. I am waking up happier and healthier every day. It must be emotional. How will the goal make you feel? If the goal doesn't make you feel, it's not very significant of a goal. Our goal should solve a problem in our life, should help us connect with others. It should give us more, security, more connection, more certainty, maybe more uncertainty. All those emotions are really what matters. So here's the exercise I want you to do. I'll explain in a second. You want to define where you want to be in 6 months, and what do you want to have accomplished in 6 months? Who is the person you have become in 6 months? And why do you want this? It goes back to our emotion, because we're emotionally driven, not logically driven to do things day in, day out. Here's your first exercise of this program. I want you to write out the following. Today is December 15th, 2015. And 6 months from now, I'm so proud for having accomplished the following. What you want to do, ideally, fill out everything, maybe even take the whole page like I do, with what you want to do personally and professionally. Some examples of this might be, I have traveled to 3 countries with my family. I have donated $1,000 to XYZ charity. I have created businesses that have served thousands of customers' lives and helped them gain financial freedom. I have reconnected with my parents and family. Writing out all these things in detail in the present tense is going to help you paint the picture for where you are going, what you want to achieve, what you want to do. To piggyback on this, we want to look at us, inward. So at the top of the page, I want you to write who John Casto is. List every feature or quality you desire to become. And this does not need to be who you are today. It should be people you aspire or look up to. Take, aspects of others' lives that you look up to, that you appreciate, and model them, right? Success leaves clues. Why not model the good components of someone else's lives that has had success in reaching it? And this could be something like what I do. I am a visionary. I'm connecting with others and changing their lives daily. I'm traveling the world and growing my view on cultures. Here's number 3. We tie it all together. So first, remember, define why you want these changes and what about these are so important to you. What is this going to change in your life? When I sell fitness and sell the promise of what is going to transpire in their life, it's not about fitting into different clothes. It's about how that's going to make them feel when they're out in public, around their family, around their friends, when they're getting dressed, when they are going into shopping malls and trying on things they haven't in years. It's emotional reasons why we do things. We don't do things for logic. Logic is the back burner, right? So what if you don't make these changes? Use some pain to push yourself. So if you don't take action on paying off your debt, you're going to go to jail, right? Or something like that. If you reframe it to drive you positively and out of pain, which is a negative emotion, or you can look at it that way, you'll find that you're gonna create motivation when it's there lacking of. And what are your rituals with structure and consistency? You must build rituals out that are pre-planned priorities. I find mornings work best because there's just less distractions, less to get in my way. We warm up for our workouts when we go to the gym, if we go to the gym, which we will be with this program. So why not for our days? We must prep our minds, or else our minds. How many times have you gone to bed stressed and woken up stressed, and the next whole day was a very stressful experience, right? That's because you didn't do anything to proactively manage your stress and your state of mind. You let it manage you, and that is very common, and I did that for years with stress and anxiety. So how do you build out your days? Let's say me, for example. I have an ever-shifting schedule, but the structure is basically still there. 5 a.m. I wake up, 5:30 I'm at the gym, 6:30 I'm heading home, 7 o'clock I'm meditating, 7:20 I'm opening my journal, and 8:30 I'm off to work inside or outside the home. So here's some things to add into your ritual. Meditation. I use transcendental meditation. I've done guided meditation. Find something, right? Priming, which you can Google or YouTube. It's something Tony Robbins, a success coach, teaches. Works very well too. It's all about changing your state, clearing your head, and giving your body a nice reset, even after hours of sleep. And here's the fun part. This is my favorite part of this whole process, is when I get to journal, because I review my goals and my future vision for my life, myself. I write out what I'm grateful for. I journal my thoughts, and I write or reread my positive affirmations. So, review the goals and future vision we talked about. Write out everything I'm grateful for. Sometimes I can only, squeeze out a few thoughts. Other times I can fill a page. I journal maybe a page or two, what's going on in my life, where I'm at today, how I'm feeling, where I believe I'm going. I reinstill, all the thought process and confidence I coach, and the positive things I have to say about my life and myself. Now, you're probably thinking that this doesn't work. You tried something like this before, but honestly, how many times have you been told the same thing 1,000 times, and then finally one day it clicked and it worked? That's exactly what this is like. You know why? Because I was one of those guys. I had read all the books, I had done all the tapes, I had listened to all the YouTube videos and all the podcasts about what I should do. I just wasn't doing it. And then one day I was influenced to do it, and I committed, and I haven't turned back since. Not every day have I done this in my life since, but more often than not, I find myself waking up early, making the time for myself, and my days are that much better. Even when on paper, they're not that great, right? Feels awkward, doesn't make sense. I get it, suck it up. No one's watching, and if they are, screw them. This is what you make of it. You can look at it as a stressful, overwhelming process, or you can just embrace it. Same situation, two different stories we tell ourselves. Thoughts are things, don't forget this, right? So if we think something, it's far more likely to become true, good or bad. Look at it this way. If we don't define where we are going, how will we ever get there? We must manage our thoughts, or they will manage us. And last but not least, change does not happen overnight. But if you lay the right foundation, you're going to be set up for success, because who we are determines how well what we do works. You can be the best at what you do, but you're going to be held back either professionally or personally if you don't work on yourself. This doesn't have anything to do with what you're going to be doing as a solopreneur or as a leader of a nonprofit or whatever you desire professionally. But if you don't focus on yourself, you're limiting yourself, right? Because we don't know what we don't know about ourselves. So who we are determines how well what we do works. It's something I took to heart when one of my mentors said it to me, and my life has not been the same since. So I'm excited to give you that gift along with this system to start your days and lay the foundation. We're going to talk a lot more mindset, but for now, go ahead and grab yourself a journal. Any journal works, and start to implement this today.